Welcome to Habs Tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Demoted, and I will be your host today. And today we're going to go over a very trending topic now, as Cole Caufield has been demoted to the fourth line, and he'll be playing along with Matthew Perreault and Mike Pizzetta. Drew Deeks and I will be here and discuss this matter, and I want Drew Deeks' take on this.
Well, you'll hear both of our takes, Damon, that's for sure. But you know what? Like, Habs Twitter was kind of just going nuts today over this. And, like, if Cole would have started on the fourth line when he came to us last year, he didn't, by the way. He started on the first line with Philip Deneau. So, you can't have it both ways, guys. I mean, like, that's what I just don't understand right now with this whole thing. I mean, Nick Suzuki started on the fourth line. I know that Cole didn't. But to me, he's not maybe having the success that we would have hoped to right now. So why not put him on the fourth line? It's not a big deal. I want to see more out of Armia. I think he needs to play with better players in order to be more productive. And with Cole, he's going to be playing with Matthew Perreault, who he had nice chemistry with the night that Matthew Perreault got that hat trick at the Bell Center against Detroit. So for me, why not try it? We haven't had Cole down on the fourth line yet. Ideally, he might be in Laval right now. And I was having some back and forth with Habs fans and Habs reporters today on Twitter about it. And ideally, maybe he would still be in Laval where they're having more success. So the fact is, he's here, right? So, and also let's talk about this for a second, Damon. And that is, look at Ryan Paling right now. Guys that get sent down Laval, if they handle it properly, look at the results it can yield. I mean, the guy's got 4 goals. He's having a heck of a season. Paling has got a new, fresh mindset. You can check out the episode where Dale and Brandon spoke with Paling. I mean, the guy has just had a complete refresh mentally. And I think that that's an encouraging sign for all of our prospects, even Cole Caufield. So for me, I'm not that concerned about it, but I want to hear your opinion on this one.
I agree. I'm personally not concerned with Cole Caulfield's demotion to the fourth line. I just think once he gets those goals going, I just think it's going to be once he gets on the real trend of scoring. I think it's going to be something where you're not where he's not going to stop. And also this season, I'm just going to touch on this. I've noticed that when he's been on the power play, a lot of defensemen and penalty killers have cheated and sort of gone more to his side because they know how good of a shot he has, and they've left the lane open for Petrie. And as I'm sure we know, Petrie's been shooting a lot this season, so I'm personally not concerned about Cole Caufield right now. I just think a lot of the teams know how good he was, especially from the playoffs last year. I think that teams are just knowing how good he is with his release. So that's sort of my personal take on Cole Caufield right now. But I do think once he gets that one going, he's going to get sort of that morale jump, and then he'll just get some more goals and keep them coming.
Yeah, I mean, this lineup is changing literally every game. So to to look at this as even a demotion, like in my mind, I'm thinking this is just part of the process. You go down to the fourth line. You know what? You're still with the Montreal Canadiens. You're learning. You're not going to be able to put them on the fourth line for long. So why not do it now? The team is 6-16, Damon. Like, I'm not that crazy concerned about player development. I mean, we all should be concerned about player development, but is he really going to lose a step here because he goes to the fourth line to learn?
I don't think he loses a step. I just think it on the fourth line. I just think that he faces the adversity that I think every player in the NHL needs to face, and that'll come at some point. And I'd rather have him face his adversity early on in his career than when the team's in the peak of contending. So that's sort of my personal take on it.
Yeah, you know what? I even saw this about Norlinder today. He's been playing better, and therefore he gets scratched. And it's like, why is Norlinder out of the lineup? And you know what? Norlinder isn't going to be here for much longer at all. I think he's going to head back to Sweden. That's where he belongs right now. But the team is so banged up that they need Norlinder. But taking him out of the lineup, I'm not sure fully. I mean, my take on that simply is that Brett Kulak is a more well-rounded, experienced defenseman to play with Jeff Petrie. So that to me makes perfect sense with Joel Edmondson about to return. So to me, like seeing Habs Twitter go crazy today, I mean, it always does anyway. That's why staying off Twitter is not a bad thing all the time. But I mean, you see the takes from everywhere, from all angles, and I get it. But I don't see this as a move that's going to hurt these guys' development. I think it's just a necessary evil based on how many injuries we got.
I agree. I just think we're a really banged up team right now. Like we have I think about 10 injuries right now, and it isn't just like anyone's injured. It's like key guys in the locker room. Like Carey Price is of course still hurt. Edmondson's is still hurt, and then Mike Hoffman's still hurt, and then there's even like some of the I should remember the other guys, like some of the other like eight more. I think some of the more fourth line guys are hurt. Why can't I don't just don't remember their
Yeah,
names for
Matthew
some
Pro's
reason.
coming back
Oh,
tonight,
yeah,
but I
Pro, yeah.
mean, he's one of them. But you also got to think too, Damon Gallagher and
Niku.
Niku are in COVID protocol. So this is another reason for these changes. So it's kind of just one of those things where you're trying new things because you can. The team is in a downward. The season's all but lost right now. So to try something else out that they haven't yet by putting Cole Caufield in the fourth line, by taking Northern, all these little things that they're trying, all these tweaks. To me, I think we're just like every other Habs fan overanalyzing it a bit.
I personally agree with that. I think that, like, I do know, like, here in Montreal, like, we're of course like all big fans of the team, but a lot of us can sometimes sort of put a lot of pressure on the management and sort of be very critical of a lot of their moves. But in the end of the day, they're the ones who are paid millions to make the decisions and not us. So and these a lot of these decisions are definitely very difficult and not easy. Like if you look at let's just say a lower tier market team like Columbus and these kind of changes were happening, not many people would really focus as much, but because it's Montreal, a lot of people are heavily focusing and overanalyzing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Montreal, and that's what makes you think of Max Pacioretty's, statement the other day about Habs players having a shelf life. But that's a whole other subject for
Yeah.
another day. So you know how it is. But thanks for jumping on to talk about this, Damon. Appreciate it so much. And we'll see you guys soon. Of course, this was talked about again on our pregame show. You may have already heard some of this already from producer James and Marco, another new teammate here on Habs Tonight. So subscribe to the channel, guys. Follow us on all social medias. Hit that like button if you're liking what you're seeing. We appreciate the support as we always do. And we'll see you guys very soon. Thanks, Damon.
Thank you.